Welcome to some many familiar faces. Welcome also to some new faces. But welcome particularly to this very special venue here at the Royal Institution. Because I think it's hard to overstate the influence that the Royal Institution has had since it was set up in 1799, particularly this lovely lecture theatre here. Back then, its founding charter was to diffuse the knowledge of useful mechanical inventions and improvements to the common purposes of life, which I think is quite similar to what we try and do at the Crowd. And this lecture hall in particular has been a catalyst of change. If we turn the clock back to the 29th of December 1835, we would have found a room packed with 300 people who'd all paid 1 guinea to come here for the evening, and they would have come here to hear a 3-hour lecture, and I'm pleased to say you won't get a 3-hour lecture tonight, from Michael Faraday on electromagnetic fields. And his work, Faraday's work in that area, led to the development of our understanding of electricity. If we went to the 30th of June 1860, we'd be hearing John Tyndall talking about the greenhouse gas effect and laying the foundations for our knowledge of climate science today. So this lecture hall has been a catalyst of change, and we chose deliberately to do this evening in this venue. We felt it was the right place to look at the power of the individual to change the system in which we operate. Tonight we draw inspiration from Margaret Mead's words, "Never doubt that a small group of committed individuals can change the world. Indeed, it's all that ever does." But for business, systems change is a new way of thinking. And we thought, how can we help by accelerating the development of thinking around systems change? So what do we do about it? Well, first of all, we reached out to Forum for the Future as our partner for this evening. Forum's done remarkable work in the systems change space, and it was interesting to see in the survey results that you guys recognise that Forum came out as the top NGO on systems change. What else we sought to do was to corral the latest thinking, the emerging thinking on systems change into one place so that we could all learn from it. So we commissioned a series of 12 blogs. We ran a survey, and I hope you all got the results of that survey this morning. We had 4 afternoon discussions today. We have our panel discussion that we're about to have, and we have 12 round tables running after that. And we will then sit down with all of the shared thinking with Forum, with Fishburne, who are our crowdsourcing partner, and we will distill that as best we can into the wisdom of the Crowd, which we will share with you in about a month's time. We needed a host for tonight. We thought hard about who has really played a major role in challenging the system, and we could come up with no one better than Jonathan Porritt, who I think has cajoled the system for decades through his work with government and also with business. He was instrumental in the setting up of Friends of the Earth and the Green Party. He's advised many influential CEOs, Paul Polman, Sir Ian Cheshire, and others. He's written a prestigious amount of books, one of which was quite influential in my career decision. I have never told him that before. That was Capitalism as if the Earth Mattered. His latest book, I'm sure many of you read, The World We Made, is a great, very practical journey to a much better system. We then sat down with Jonathan, thought who could be our panel of systems revolutionaries, and I'll let Jonathan introduce them to you. So our hope tonight is to inspire the systems revolutionary in all of you. A few things before I hand over to Jonathan. Firstly, a big welcome to Schneider Electric, who've just joined us as our sustainability software sponsor. So welcome to Andy Jewis and his team. A big thank you to Ernst & Young, or EY, who have rebranded rather like we did. And they have renewed us as our main sponsors for the 4th year running. And we love working with EY. You're a great team to work with, Doug, Simon, and the rest of you. We love your support. We love your commitment also to this space as well. The hashtag tonight is Crowd Forum. We have a revolutionary on our Twitter handle, Truin Restorick, who is somewhere in the crowd over there, will be tweeting for us tonight, and I know Forum will be, and I hope many of you will too. If you want to access the Wi-Fi code, the password is Cavendish with a capital C. That's enough scene setting from me. It's now a great pleasure to hand over to somebody who has already influenced the system, but I know is not satisfied with the state of the system. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Porritt.